Hey, Dylan.
Hello, Aiden. My goodness. I had a very long day today.
It's been like a long weekend, but not long.
Yeah.
Because like we went somewhere. We went upstate to visit our folks.
Folks.
As the old people say.
Hi, Mom.
She doesn't watch this. She told me she doesn't watch.
Oh, wow.
They're too long. She's like, I want to watch it, but it's too long. And I'm like,
just put it
I
on.
don't know, like, listen to it while you're falling asleep. I don't care. You don't actually like. That's what I do for a lot of podcasts. I'm like, oh, there's a new podcast. I'm gonna listen to that while I go to bed. I try and like time them perfectly.
Yeah.
So
was she saying?
She's saying that she wants like shorter bits.
Shorter bits.
I'm not doing it. I'm putting my foot down. No, long format podcast.
Short bits would be weird, wouldn't it?
I mean, like,
how would we break it up?
You could do like highlights, but like,
yeah,
I feel like highlights would be better for something where we have footage, and we don't.
Yeah,
it's just our voices. So it would just be, there would constantly just be like, I'd have to put on like a separate channel, and it would constantly just look like the same thumbnail over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, and
you wouldn't know like what you're clicking on. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. There's probably something I could do about it, but it would require more editing than I have time for. Especially since like, it's not just this we're doing, it's my full-time job, my comic, and this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's not happening. Unless I get to the point where I can start paying someone else to do something, then that's what I'll do. But I can't. So.
Oh, well.
I have coffee with me, so if you ever hear me slurping.
I have coffee too, but that wasn't me slurping. That was me making noise.
It's not how I drink coffee.
I'm going to get the aroma, the full aroma.
Yeah.
Full body.
I'm going to chew it. Get those flavor notes. They teach you down at Gregory's.
Yeah.
Some high quality.
Hire me, Gregory's. Hashtag hire. Hashtag
Hire
Gregory's.
Dylan.
Hire Dylan.
So how was your week, Dylan?
It was alright. Yeah. What did I do this week? Notable things that I did. Did I just kick the leg a little bit?
I don't know. I didn't see or feel anything.
So this thing I want to talk about. So it was the Detective 1000. I don't want to get on like a whole rant about it.
Okay, I haven't finished it. I got like halfway through it.
Yeah.
I
don't want to get on like a whole thing about it. I haven't finished it either.
I think I just finished the Neil Adams one.
Yeah.
I think Oh no, I'm just about to read the Kelly Jones.
Okay, yeah.
That one.
That was written by Jeff Johns, right? That one.
I think it might have been Brian Michael Bendis. I don't know. I can't. I definitely read the credits. I just know that Kelly Jones did it. Also, just because you look at the art, like, oh, there's Kelly Jones.
That is definitely him. Yeah, it couldn't be anyone else.
It was definitely someone notable that wrote it, though. There was the one that Paul Dini wrote.
Oh yeah.
That one was good.
What was that?
And I remember reading it, I was like, this feels like like part of the animated show. And I was like, oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. What was that one about again? Sorry, just remind me. It's been a few.
I can't quite remember.
Crap. And it wasn't that good.
I mean, it was good. I mean, like, I'm trying to keep up with so much stuff. It's hard to, like, I definitely need to, like...
We should have it here.
Yeah.
Go get it, Aiden.
Go get it. I gotta run and go get it.
Go get it. There will be a pause.
Keep talking.
Well, let's see. Fuck. While he's doing that, what am I going to talk about? Oh my goodness.
Trying not to spill my coffee. Doing like this, like...
Whoa, buddy, look out.
Like football stance.
Just chill out. Chill out, okay?
Chill.
I'm just walking around you.
I remember I wanted to get multiple covers, and I saw there was $9, and I was like,
Yeah, because it's 90-something pages, right?
Yeah, I mean, which is great, but there were some covers that I was like, damn, like maybe just two, but like...
Yeah, I ordered mine online, and it has not arrived yet.
I got the 1950s one. This is... Who did this? Is it Doc Shannon? I thought it was.
No, it was not Doc Shannon. It's Michael... Michael Chow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
He was a guy that, like, I know he's done work with Darwin Cook.
He's got this great, like, Silver Age kind
of his stuff started out looking a lot like Darwin Cook's, and now it's sort of like became its own thing.
The one that
like
it's very weird seeing Greg Capullo's stuff, not his Batman, not have just straight like black cowl on cape. It was all blue. I'm like, this is weird looking.
Wait, show it to me again. Oh right,
yeah,
yeah. I totally forgot about that.
It's the first one, Don. You forget.
Yeah, I know.
Then there's the one that was done by Jim Lee.
Yeah, that one was fun. So like, okay, so
wait, the Jim Lee one was the one that Kevin Smith did, right?
That
was
was the one.
What the fuck is this?
So like, okay, so I want to talk about the
I like that
the
one.
Kevin Smith, Jim Lee one.
No, yeah. Here's the one. Here it is. It's the one. It's the one about the worst henchman.
Oh right, yeah,
that's
that one
what
was
it
fun.
was. That was great.
Yeah,
I love that one.
Yeah. So the stories are like, I mean, they're really short and they're fun. I don't know. Like, okay, so the Jim Lee, Kevin Smith one. I don't want to go on a whole like rant about this. Right.
Ooh, I just hit
my God, Aiden.
I'm sorry. I also like slunk down in my chair. Like, I heard it and I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be picked up."
Sorry
about all
for
of
headphones.
Those. Just all of them. I mean, like every time I listen back to it, this is like even for a lot of podcasts, this is very quiet. I've noticed, and I don't know how to. I don't know how to make it louder because I do make it louder like when I put it through.
Ask Dad. Wasn't Dad going to talk to you about something?
I mean, like I do know how to make it louder in. I'm sorry to say this, but iMovie. It's like it's a static image with audio, so I was like, whatever, it's free, and like no one's gonna be able to tell that I use iMovie.
Oh yeah, you're not doing any weird fades or wipes.
Like so. But I use that and like I'll go to because I do raise it. I do raise the audio when I put it through that, which it just raises everything for inside that selected area.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of parts that just start going into like the red, and even though I know it's not very loud, even it's showing in the red. So I'm just like I don't want it to like get fucked up somehow. Like I don't want it to be like it'll be fine. It's not that loud of a podcast anyways.
Yeah.
But I think also part of that is because I sometimes stand very far away from the mic.
Yeah.
Or like I'm kind of just at a normal sitting area.
No, yeah, because we kind of had to lean forward just because of our setup right now.
Yeah. I should get like a whole like, arm.
We both at the same time.
Did we? Does an count as
can
you jinx? Can you jinx an
It was like at the exact same time.
And the exact same length?
Yeah.
I guess that's jinxable.
Okay, well, so I want to talk about that one, the Kevin Smith, Jim Lee one. And I don't want to be a huge rant. Okay?
No, make it a huge rant, Dylan. Let's go.
Well, I don't want to seem like I'm like trying to like. Okay, so
your opinions are wrong.
It does involve people from the office.
Yeah,
who I work with.
You don't want to like.
And I don't want to seem like I'm making fun of them or anything.
Yeah,
anything like that because not only do I have to work with them, but I mean they're fine people. Yeah, and they hold their own opinions.
Yeah, everyone is allowed to have their own opinion. Just like the two guys at the Midtown who fight over Kelly Jones's artwork.
Yeah, but so because when that issue came out, when issue 1000 came out, there was news about something that happened with Batman in the issue that Kevin Smith and Jim Lee worked on.
Yeah, and
they went on for quite a while. About this thing, and I kind of was like, at a certain point, I kind of was like a little bit done with it.
All right, guys. Okay, time to calm down.
It sounds a little silly, but like I feel like it doesn't sound that silly.
This is almost at the level of the Batman's penis thing. Like
no, yeah. Like people are still freaking out about this. So yeah, it's the same thing. Like I expected to go in and read it and see like, some just awful story.
Yeah.
And I was like worried. I was like, fuck, is this thing going to be bad? Like, am I going to read this and I'm going to be like, come on, what were you thinking?
But I mean, like, even you said it was like morbid. And like when I read it, I was
No. They were saying it was overly morbid.
Oh. No, it's not. I don't think so.
And then when I read it, but here's the thing, but they were saying these things before they even read the story, which I feel like was not fair.
Even if someone had told that to me, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. That sounds like
a thing that Batman would do.
I mean, like, maybe not something that he would do, but like I could see him like displaying it or something.
Yeah. Because that's what he wouldn't. I mean, normally when I saw it,
but like he used.
When I heard about it, it was like.
I mean, should we just? I mean, like we're gonna spoil. I'm gonna spoil it right now because I'm tired of talking around it. But he finds the gun that
Joe Chill's gun
that was used to kill his parents, and then he melts it down into a metal plate that protects him.
Yeah. And
how is that morbid? It's taking the thing that like initiated his like. What would you call it? Like spree. his mission, mission on crime, basically, and he's using that to protect him when it's something that, like, basically, kind of, even though he didn't die in that alley, he kind of died in that alley.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing was that it was just like, I don't know. They were making fun of it. They hadn't read the thing yet.
Yeah.
And then I read it, and it was fine. I
thought it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because I did see someone say like, oh, there's a Kevin Smith story, and he was fucking like fantastic. Like,
yeah.
It was something that like I'd never thought of. But it was like such a great take on characters. Like, oh shit, I want to see what Kevin Smith is capable of.
It was just like a little interesting thing.
I know, but like at the same time, I didn't think Kevin Smith, like, no offense to Kevin Smith, but I didn't think he was capable of that kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
Like that kind of heartfelt.
See, when they brought it up, I could easily imagine like a very fucked up version.
Yeah.
Of like, I was like, oh God. I was imagining like...
But it wasn't. They showed a bunch of scenarios of him fighting all of like his rogues gallery, even like some of the more ridiculous ones.
Yeah.
And like...
It protects him.
Yeah, it's protecting him. And like... It's nice because then you can go back and look at him like, oh, they're hitting him in the chest the whole time. Like, oh,
it was just very weird. It was just very weird for one to hear. I just don't want to sound like I'm beating up on anybody, but it was weird to It was weird to hear like people in the comic book industry complain about something sounding too comic booky or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like that's just gonna happen.
It sounds too. They're like, it sounds too silly or whatever, like, or melodramatic.
And that is way sillier than.
And I was like, we make fucking comic books, guys. Like, this is Batman. Like, he's a guy that dresses like a bat.
Yeah, there have been hokier things in Batman. Like. Remember the rainbow costume, guys? Come on. Like, this isn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little annoying. I find it a little annoying when people don't want to have fun with any characters.
Yeah.
Like, Batman has to be serious all the time.
That's why Batman, the Brave and the Bold,
has to be totally grounded. You can have no fun. No fun for you.
Whatsoever.
And so, yeah, I don't know. It was just annoying. It was just a thing. Again, like, I mean, it was their opinion, whatever. Yeah. It was just like...
I just don't like it. I just don't
agree with it. And...
Yeah, you're allowed to not like their opinion, and they're allowed to have it.
Yeah, and they're allowed to disagree with my opinion right now. That is within their
Who
right.
knows if they listen? I don't know. You know if they listen?
I mean, for God's sakes, I go in there and sort of softly defend the Star Wars prequels.
Never softly defend.
I'm sure they think I'm an idiot.
Never softly defend. Always firmly defend.
I mean, like,
he had a vision, damn it. He didn't really come through on it, but he tried.
There were some interesting ideas.
No, that's basically what all the prequels are, just a lot of interesting ideas, but
poorly executed.
It was poorly executed, one, because he didn't really want to be doing it.
Yeah.
And two, because, I mean, There's no way, like, anything he had made would have never been good enough. I mean, just look at what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. They're great. Yeah. I mean, like, in terms of fantasy, like, in terms of Star Wars films, some people are going to fucking lose their mind over that, but in terms of a Star Wars film, I think they're great. Mm-hmm. But people freak out about it, which, I don't know, kind of brings into a little bit into discussion the idea that people mistaken phenomena with, what would you say? Like,
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Like greatness, basically. Like they take something that blew up in the 70s, something that everyone thought was supposed to fail.
Yeah.
And they're going, oh, this is true art. So if you don't match my exact vision of this, it's not Star Wars.
And I think a lot of
it's just like, what? No,
I do think a lot of it is nostalgia. Like people have their version.
It was a phenomena. Yeah. It was something that like just swept the country, and no one could explain why. Like I'm sure there were reasons, and you could look into what was going on socially. Yeah. But everyone else thought it would fail. That's the only reason why he made so much money off of it, because no one wanted to buy it. Yeah.
I just think so. Like I don't know. I want to end this. I want to end this whole thing on a positive note. I just feel like I don't know. You should read I think you should read the comic book because it was good.
Get closer to the mic, Dylan.
I'm sorry. I think you should read the comic book because it was good. Yeah. You know, it was a good story.
Yeah, all the stories I've read so far have been...
They were good.
Like, good and not even in, like, they're, like, telling, like, insane stories. Like, they're kind of mostly just heartwarming.
Oh, yeah. They're just like, hey, you guys like Batman, right?
Like, God, man, he's been around so goddamn long. 80 years.
And, you know, some people don't like that, I guess, which... Fine. Fine, you don't like it. It's just annoying when people go around. I just don't like it when they personally don't like something. Yeah. And they go around saying, this thing's garbage, I think. God, they're floundering.
Wait, what?
God, they're floundering.
They're floundering?
I mean, you see that all the time. You see that.
They're really falling off. It's like one guy in midterm.
No, yeah.
It's that guy who comes in and complains every day.
Yeah, like those people that go into the comic shops and they just complain because the characters that they like aren't doing exactly what they would do with the character.
You know, they've been around like...
And they can't see any other merit that the writers and artists are doing with the character. They can't see anything else. Like, what is working with this? What are they doing that does work?
Yeah. Why is it so popular?
Not just, I wouldn't have done that. Because that doesn't make it
so
bad.
So it's bad. I wouldn't have done it, so it is bad.
Yeah. I mean, I can see I wouldn't have done that, and I don't like it, you know. Yeah. That's fine. But you can't say it's a shit story.
Because I would have done it.
Because I would have done something different.
Yeah.
I just feel like which it's just not fair.
Like if you're not listening to it correctly, they could sound like we're saying the same thing, but we're not. Yeah. Like you know it when you hear it. When someone is understanding of something, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not for me," but like, I mean, okay, yeah, like whatever, yeah. And then there's going like, "No, it's stupid. I don't know why people like it."
No, yeah,
it's the worst thing ever. you just gotta listen to all my arguments as to why it's the worst thing ever. Yeah, and then you'll know. I mean, like, I do find myself doing that in, like, the opposite direction a lot of times. Because a lot of times I find myself trying to be very positive about things.
So, like,
people are just dunking on it.
I know for a fact that Catcher in the Rye is technically a well-written story. But I fucking hate the characters.
Every time the teacher talked about it, I was like, where is this book? I didn't read it.
Sounds amazing.
We're not reading
the book
this.
I read was shit.
I suffered on every sentence.
No. But you see, like I just don't like that book. I don't like the characters. I think they're mean.
I thought he was stuck up.
that's just
when it started sounding like he was going off the deep end, I was like, do it.
But I will admit it is a well written story.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it was poorly written.
It was just like it wasn't like the kind of like unlikable characters where you're weirdly drawn to them. He was just unlikable, and there was nothing to like.
There was nothing to bring me back. It's not it's not like Goodfellas or like Casino, like where like this guy's a piece of shit, but he's kind of charismatic.
Yeah, because they have like a weirdly, fun normal life outside of the horrible shit. They're doing.
And I do still really want to see you fail. Like,
but
with those movies,
everything around him surrounded this weird,
it was just exhausting,
deep seated like fuck everything kind of thing.
It was just exhausting. I think the difference is that, with Casino and Goodfellas, I want to see them fail because they're bad people.
Yeah, and it'll be hilarious when it happens.
And it's going to be like,
it's kind of like this giddiness, like, they're going to crash and burn, and I don't know when, but it's going to be hilarious. I just bumped the table again,
and it's still like a fun story to watch play out.
Yeah.
But Catcher in the Rye for me is just exhausting, and I'm like, God, I just want this kid to like.
It's just the same attitude over and over again. Like there's no up or down. It's always like,
and he never learns anything.
like you as a reader learned what he should have learned, but he never changes his attitude.
Do I? Because I feel like all the people that like I've heard that really like that story.
Well, I mean, I'm saying like I do. Like when I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, he should be learning this from it. But like what you keep reading is like he hasn't learned. Like what's
going on?
He's not. This should have taught him like something, and it hasn't.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like I've read other stories that kind of do the same thing, but still better.
Isn't that the story that people always point to? Like, oh, this is what made that person want to kill someone. I'm like, this is what did it. This is what like opened your mind or whatever. To fucking like, oh, I gotta do this. Like,
was it fucking the guy who killed John Lennon?
Well, he was one of. It was like multiple people though.
Yeah,
it's like attached to multiple situations like that. I mean, I wanted to kill someone while not accident, but like,
kill the person who made me read this book.
Go ahead and time and kill the writer. Not worth it, man.
Just forget it.
Can he have fun just once? Can he maybe at least once be like, maybe I'm kind of shitty.
Maybe I fucked up.
Never once. He's always like, no, everyone else is horrible. I'm right. Like I'm sticking with this the whole time.
Yeah, fuck.
I think there was a moment in like the last few pages of the book where I was like, oh my god.
I don't know,
but they also made it seem like he was going to kill himself.
Can it even be that? Because I mean, I've read fucking 1984, and it's like the same deal, kind of, where it's a guy who's brainwashed, and he's sort of. It seems like maybe he's learning something, but he's doing something kind of for the wrong reason, just because he wants to be with this woman. He doesn't actually give a shit about like.
Any kind of cause or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's still like a compelling situation going on there.
Yeah, but
even though it's like, oh man, you're kind of a piece of shit.
And
like you're basically just chasing that.
And you can tell that he's like totally brainwashed.
Yeah.
Because he'll think something and he's like, no, but this can't be true because the state tells me this. And he like you read him like convince himself something out of something that's wrong, like. So
you're like you're like reading his thoughts of him trying to convince himself.
Yeah.
So it's like a. I mean that makes me think of, but I mean it's not exactly the same because in this book he,
I don't know.
It's the guy you're listening in on him, but he's convincing you that it's all right.
Again, I feel like we need to reiterate. This is just proof that. It's not because that book is poorly written, Catcher in the Rye. It's just because I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, just for whatever reason, 1984 and other books that have the same thing, like the things they carry. I mean, there's characters in those stories where they don't really learn anything,
I mean, there are lessons, but it's more for the reader.
Yeah,
and it's about like a psychological experience because a lot of those things are like, did this actually happen?
Yeah, and
Like they say, "Oh, this is true." Like, but is it?
A lot.
Because there's things that happen where it's like, okay, that's way over the top.
I remember telling people that, you know,
like even for Vietnam,
like when we first read it, I was like, I don't know, this seems pretty fucking legit. Like, this seems like these stories happened, and then like when it was revealed that those stories like were fiction, you know, everyone in our class was like, "Oh shit." Like, it feels so fucking real. Yeah.
The only one that really gave it away was where he shoots that water buffalo.
I could fucking see that, though.
I mean, like, I can see it, but there was like an air to it where it's like, this is kind of... There's something else going on.
Yeah. And the one with the girlfriend who comes to...
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely that one. I was like, this one's bullshit.
Yeah, I think that one was after the water buffalo, though.
Yeah.
Because what was it? He had her stockings or something that he kept on him.
And then she came to visit, and then she like went out with the green berets and became like a fucking like badass killer. You know it. It
was very like dreamlike, basically.
Yeah,
it was basically like a bad dream. You're like, wait, but no, and she's like, nah.
Fuck. Why not? Oh God. Okay. I feel like I don't know. I didn't like. This is just my week. I didn't, and I just found this on the way. I just found this out on the way here, and I showed you the thing.
I mean, say it again.
I don't know. Because I was just thinking of that. I was just thinking of that story with the girlfriend in Vietnam, and I was like, "Fuck, that would make like a really good Twilight Zone episode." Like if they just adapted that, and now I'm like, "Fuck." And I just remembered the new one.
That new one is apparently terrible.
And the new one's apparently really bad.
I mean, I'd like to... At least
according to the one review that I've seen of it so far. And he the guy or the person, and I don't know who wrote it, saw the first 4 episodes, which come out tomorrow.
All 4 of them come out tomorrow?
Yeah, they're doing it in like weird segments, I guess.
So like chunks.
And apparently they suck.
God. It's disappointing.
Yeah, which I'm bummed out about because I was really excited about that.
Every time someone tries to do Twilight Zone, they just can't get it quite right. And
I don't know. That seems like the one thing where everyone keep harping on the same
stories. They keep harping on the same stories.
That seems like the show where everyone would be like, "I got to bring my fucking best."
Yeah, because otherwise, people have expectations.
This is going to be embarrassing.
No, because people the only good ones are these from like I don't know when they made like the 60s or like
60s.
Late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah,
like they. Even now, like the only thing that you could top are the special effects.
But I feel like you could do stories that were as good.
I mean, but I mean, like from what we've seen so far.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that you'd be able to top are the special effects.
They keep fucking it up.
I don't know how.
They keep doing it.
They're from the 50s and 60s.
They keep doing it. The guy said it's worse than the one from 86.
What?
Or 89, whatever fucking year it was. And that one was bad.
How bad is this?
I'm just like, oh fuck. I was reading.
How could it be that bad?
Damn it.
What?
He was like, you should go in with lowered expectations. Now take what's
really low
expectations. Now take what's little left. Just throw it out the window. Oh my and I was God. Like, oh God.
Oh no. Jesus. That's terrible.
I was really looking forward to this, and not anymore. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee.
Do you even want to like jump for that 30-day free trial?
It's a week free trial.
Oh, a week?
Piece of...
That week free trial? You want to jump for that just so we can see what that's all about? So we can give our own opinions on it at least? I'm not excited for it, but...
I'm not going to like it, but I'll do it.
The Star Trek show looked like garbage.
And this was like the only promise.
They were like, what do people like about sci-fi?
Just blow everything up. That's Star Trek.
Explosions. That's Star Trek, right? People like that third one. Jesus. I was the only one that I feel like us and our friends, I feel like we're the only ones who walked out of that and go, what the fuck was that?
No, yeah, because all of our friends had like a really good time, and we were both like, the hell was that?
No. Like, I remember Tanner didn't really like it that much, and neither did Ari.
Uh-huh.
And because Ari, like, watched a lot of Star Trek with her dad.
Yeah.
And, like, we both know, like, the OG Star Trek, even, like, Next Generation, like...
Fucking all of them but the new movies. And that show.
We walked down and we're like, what the hell? Because I remember seeing the commercials and being like, oh, maybe they're actually going to do something, like, diplomatic. And then I watched it, I was like, oh. It had to end with the Beastie Boys. Fucking...
That's how you beat them, the Beastie Boys.
Basically, they had a Mars Attacks ending.
Which was great for Mars Attacks.
Because that wasn't supposed to be taken seriously.
Sorry, I'm stretching. Jesus Christ.
God.
Oh my God. Let's talk about something good. Fuck yeah. I don't want to, like...
Yeah. Kind of got stuck into a void of negativity there for 2 seconds.
Oh, God, fuck. Dial H for Hero.
Oh yeah, that if you need something like, oh, I need something new to read that's like good, that
was great.
Murder Falcon is about to end. You might as well just wait for the collection of that to come out. Just get Dial H for Hero. Just do that. I started reading it and I was like, okay, all right, this is a comic. Yeah. And then it got to a point where I was like, whoa. Looked like... I even checked. I was like, did Rob Liefeld do something for this?
Did he drop it?
But no, it didn't. Like, it was like a bunch of things. Like, the guy like even signed like every like splash page. Like, he had his whole little thing. So and like you could tell like just from reading that, he was definitely going for like that feel.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah, because when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, this looks like fucking Rob Liefeld."
Yeah, just like instantly,
dude. I love that. That was awesome. It like
if it does that for every issue, where depending on the superpower, it changes style just drastically.
That would
but
be
like
amazing.
It doesn't always look like Rob Liefeld. Maybe the next one looks like Neil Adams or
whatever,
like Jack Kirby or something. Miller. Yeah,
that'd be sick.
That you should be reading it. That's all I'm saying.
I want to see how many fucking styles this guy can do.
It's like weird and like kind of like cosmic in a way. Like there's a sort of like Wizard of Shazam kind of esque character, but he lives in like this weird
in the telephone.
Yeah, he lives in he's like the operator. He calls himself the operator.
It's so good. It's
so weird.
It's a lot
and like
of fun.
Whenever he uses the phone, like all of a sudden, like everyone in the all the heroes like know that it's being activated. Like, fuck.
For a second, because I didn't know.
That made me think like, was this a thing before?
No, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't know it was a thing, but they took a concept that I've never fucking heard of.
Well, that's what fucking
they just revamped it.
That's what they're doing with the Wonder Comics line.
Okay.
They're just like...
Because they're like Wonder Twins. They aren't like mainstream, but like people know who they are just to make fun of them.
No, yeah. It was basically just like... I feel like it was just Brian Michael Bendis going like, let's take this weird shit from the 60s and like kind of revamp it.
Great. I was reading, I was like... I was chilling while I was reading it.
You were chilling?
So I was like, whoa.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that was a comic. Yeah, when I read it again, I couldn't buy it because I had no money.
Yeah, I mean, I let you read my copy.
Yeah, I read your copy, and then Crisis also. So okay,
there was a lot of good stuff this last week.
Okay, if you ever hear anyone complaining like this, most of those people complaining they haven't read the thing. Okay, like.
Take
9 out of 10 times if you go up and you're like, have you read it?
No. That or it's someone who's like ready to hate it already.
Yeah.
They're going in like, what did they do wrong this time?
And they're like nitpicking. Like they're doing weird shit.
Oh, they got another brown character. Like another guy like that.
What's that? Diversity.
Why does he got curly hair like that? Dial H for Hero is shit. Stupid SJW agenda. You can't break me. Yeah. Oh my God. Dan DiDio's out there somewhere being like, we can't get him, man.
He's holding out. He just won't crack.
He's just too strong.
His bubble is so strong. Oh, I hate it. And then
he's got it out for
that's
specifically you. It's part of his chart whenever they look at how they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. But we haven't gotten that one guy. What are you doing? You're failures.
Diversity in comics. He's still going.
And so, anyways, that's the one comic where I can see them like bringing on like a guest artist.
Yeah,
and it would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Just
for what it is. They took that problem and they just turned it into like
oh, that could be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, like something to boost the ideas behind it.
Yeah,
rather than just suddenly going, what the fuck?
You could have an issue, like if you wanted an issue where like, oh, we're gonna get like maybe he doesn't want to try drawing in that style.
Yeah,
you know, so he's like, let's just get the guy, like let's just get that guy to do it.
Why don't you get Frank to do it, man?
You know, or just get
someone to color Frank properly though. If you're gonna get Frank,
yeah, seriously, like
that, or just have him do his fucking awesome black and whites.
Yeah, oh my God, that'd be sick.
Every time there was for the Batman 1000, I saw a Frank Miller and I wanted it. Except those colors, man.
Yeah, and that's
the colors ruin it because when you see someone recolor them, you're like, yes. Why don't they all just look like that? Why
it's
someone
like,
caught on to this.
It's whenever I see his stuff colored, I'm like, it's like when people recolor Jack Kirby, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't look right.
You're thinking in the wrong time period.
With the wrong sensibilities.
Yeah.
There was one recently. I was really disappointed because, not to get negative again, but I went through the DC Universe thing. I was like looking at the comics because I was at home and I wanted to look at them on like a huge screen. And I was looking at, that one. I have the coaster of it right here, but it's that really famous Neil Adams one. Okay. Of Joker holding the playing card and Batman's like over the playing card, that one.
Yeah.
And that story, they redid the colors on the interiors. For some reason.
They did that with Killing Joke too, right?
Well, they did it with Killing Joke,
but only like slightly. Like it didn't look
drastically.
Oh wait, really?
No, yeah, you should see the way it was originally colored.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm remembering wrong then. Because I remember looking at it and being like, okay, there's like some things where like, oh, they changed it here and they changed it here.
No, yeah.
But I guess there's some. Is there like parts where like they took all the vibrancy away from it or something? Where they use like really wild colors and all of a sudden they're just gone.
The really wild colors are just like totally absent when they reprinted The Killing Joke. I mean, it still looks good.
I'm sure it still looks good, but there's an energy to it that's probably just completely sucked out of it.
Yeah, the guy who originally colored it was John Higgins.
Yeah.
The same guy who did Watchmen.
A guy who knows how to use his color appropriately. And I mean, just look at Watchmen. I want to get the Watchmen on the black label, but like, would they have recolored it at this point?
There's certain ones now that they slightly changed the colors, and I'm like, I don't want that. I want the original one.
I'm knocking on Dan's door. I defended you, Dan.
Hey, Dan! I just defended you with that one thing. I defended you. Screw me over with these colors.
I'm not controlling them, man. Come on, Dan.
What are you doing to me? Making me look like a jackass?
It would be really awesome if they enhanced the original colors.
Yeah.
So they looked like as vibrant It's basically like doing like an HD cleanup of something.
Yeah. And there's
just completely like redoing things. That just doesn't make sense to me.
There are certain times where I think they should have recolored one. So like Daredevil Born Again should be recolored. Because it does not look great. Sorry, whoever colored that. I don't know.
I don't know who you are. I didn't bother looking because I didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest. But, I mean, that's one of those things where I think maybe if it wasn't on such clean paper, you know? Maybe it would have been like, oh, it's sort of all gelling.
Yeah.
But it's like on like crisp, brand new white paper. White. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it now, and I can't see it working even with on newsprint.
Yeah.
It just looks so weird. Some of the choices they made. There's this one where, for some reason, part of his face is just lime green.
Wait, what?
And it's a close-up shot.
Wait, for where? With which one? With that one? Or
in Born Again.
Oh, Born Again.
And I don't know why it's like that. It's the original colors from when it was originally released.
Uh-huh.
But it just looks weird. And it looks lazy. And it looks like they didn't really think about, like,
what they were doing.
There's, I don't know, just slap some fucking colors on there. I don't know. I actually recolored a page, and I really like my recolor.
Another fucking bird.
No, but you know, like, I don't know, like, it wouldn't take a lot of changes.
Yeah.
But that's one where I think it could maybe do with an upgrade. But, and not even in the sense that I wouldn't want someone like Alex Sinclair to recolor it.
Mm.
And he's the one that's been recoloring all the Frank Miller stuff. He's usually the one that colors Frank Miller.
The ones that I don't like?
Yeah.
Huh.
And he looks great on modern stuff, but
because he knows how to color modern stuff.
Yeah, but like on, you know, stuff from the 80s and the 70s,
I mean,
it doesn't look right.
Because things were so much more graphic.
Yeah, and they were thinking of it in terms of the black liner is staying and you're not fucking with it.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things in that recolor for the Neil Adams issue of Batman. They did, like, you know, fucking with the line art. And I was like, why did you do that? And I don't know who recolored it. It might have been Neil Adams. Because I know sometimes he does that.
Mm.
But I don't know. I just, you know, I liked it better and I have the original. I actually do. I have it's one of the stories that's in the greatest Joker stories ever told, and I have that.
Was that one that we got, or was that one?
That's one that Jake gave me.
Okay,
remember?
that's what I thought. Yeah. Was it for our birthday? I can't remember.
I think it was for our birthday. He gave it to me for my birthday, and he gave you something else. I think
I got GoldenEye or something.
Mm. Something like that.
It was definitely a 007 game, but I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it.
But the original colors are in there, and it looks great.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Who knows? Man.
I just really like, I really like flat colors when it's done well.
Yeah. And if it's done where it makes sense. Because if flat colors were done on a modern thing, it wouldn't look good.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it done. Because I've seen the
Not
way...
even Jim Lee. Maybe Jim Lee. I don't know.
I'd have to see it. Because he was in that, like, crossroads to where things were starting to shift.
Yeah.
So, like, he came in when they were still doing the flats. And then things started moving. And
it was flats. It was like flats light.
Yeah.
Like, there was a little bit of detail that they had put in, like maybe on the skin in a close-up shot there would be like some shadow.
Yeah. And then there was like the early like 2000s, late 90s to where like early like digital colors were coming in, and I was like,
and it looked like garbage.
It looked like really, 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 really weird airbrush.
Yeah,
where it was just like, what is that? You just kind of look at it, and it just feels like it came from a computer.
Yeah,
like. God, I remember like so many comics like just looking like that at the time. I would open them up and I'd be like, "Whoa, what is that?"
gross.
Especially like Marvel ones. I mean, that's mostly the ones that I saw because it'd be like in a grocery store or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the ones.
All we had was Stop and Shop.
Yeah. No. Yeah, Stop and Shop, baby.
It's now at Tops.
That's where we got our first comic book, I think.
Yeah.
Although when I looked up the thing, it said it was a Walmart exclusive, the thing that we had, our first comic book. So did we get it in Walmart and I just forgot?
I thought it was an issue. It was just a regular issue. Why would that be a...
No, it wasn't. It was a volume.
It was a volume?
Yeah. It was volume. Like,
did you end up finding the actual volume?
It was like a random volume.
With a collection of different issues?
Yeah, no, I was looking at it. It's Ultimate X-Men. And I think it's like volume 7 or something.
I remember I looked up and I ended up finding...
Oh, no.
I ended up finding the chapter that it starts
it's issue 7 through 12. Yeah.
Okay.
And no, yeah.
Remember, it's the one where Sabretooth gets his claws and one's broken. Like he has 4 instead of 3.
Yeah, and then Wolverine stabs him in the nuts.
It was Mark Millar.
Yeah, it was Mark Millar, and one of the Kuberts was drawing it. I believe it was. I want to say Adam Kubert, but it might have been Andy Kubert.
It's whichever one focuses on Marvel.
Well, no, but Andy Kubert was at Marvel for a little bit. He drew that one Wolverine story where it was Wolverine in like medieval times. You remember that? And it was all weird.
The one where he had the brown suit?
And Magneto,
that one was much older than that.
Magneto was a wizard.
I feel like I kind of remember because he jumps into the giant's ear and like stabs it. And I remember like,
he jumps in. He jumps into Magneto
as a kid.
And he stabs him in the.
Oh wait, that was Magneto who he was jumping into.
It was some weird vision that he was having, and then he wakes up, and I was like, "That was weird."
I don't think I ever like properly read that. I just flipped through it.
No, because the art was
like
so
over
cool.
and over again. Yeah. And I'd be like, "Oh man, that's Wolverine doing his thing.
Oh, he's so cool.
Oh, snicked. He's doing the snicked. Look at him stab that guy's eardrum. All his blood coming out. Woo.
Oh shit. No, yeah, sorry. Also there was like in between parts where it was Wolverine saves Nick Fury during like some war. I believe.
This is the Ultimate X-Men. Going back to that
Ultimate X-Men.
So
going back
people
to
don't get confused.
Yeah, Wolverine saves Nick Fury from something.
I feel like I kind of remember.
And it was like him walking through a desert.
Yeah,
he breaks into an army base.
And he's all like screwed up. I remember he has all the blisters and stuff all over.
Yeah, and that one was inked by Joe Kubert because he was still alive.
Okay.
And they used to do things to like. I believe it was Andy Kubert. That's why it makes me think Andy Kubert, because Andy Kubert drew the Night Owl issue for before Watchmen.
Okay.
And Joe Kubert inked that.
He was still alive for that?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know he was alive.
I think it was like right before he died.
Okay.
So that was like, that makes me think.
Not a story to go out on. That collection in general.
He's done better things.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. But Ultimate X-Men, I just remember getting that, and it was so cool. And I just remember we got it because Wolverine was in it, and Nightcrawler was in it.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing we cared about. And I look at it now, and I'm like, I have no fucking clue what's going on in this story. Because
it's like in the middle of something.
7 through 12.
And
like,
there's people who are like in this cell.
Yeah, and we've never read anything else from it.
Yeah.
I've never read any other
I've never
Ultimate
tried
X-Men.
to find it.
Yeah. It's just like...
I could probably go down to like Silver Age over here and like try and find something from it, but I don't think I'd be successful.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember I was like, oh man, Nightcrawler's so cool.
I remember liking the way his Banff looked.
Yeah, it was all orange.
It looked like fire, basically.
Yeah. Although I still like the purple.
Yeah. I like the way it looked. I still like the way it looked in X2.
Yeah.
That
was cool.
I was like,
every other one, for some reason, it looks lame. God, they've never gotten it.
Because it like lingered and everything, so it was kind of like, oh man, it's so whoa.
Like hung in the room. I was like, God, it's so cool.
He could like fill a room with it.
Yeah.
Coolest part of that movie.
That was the best part. Nightcrawler was sick, even though he didn't have his costume.
And he didn't come back, and then.
Bad. Oh well.
I was hoping he would be in the third one.
What are they gonna do with?
And I was like, he was in the game. And
let's also talk. Let's go back to the fact that I'm really fucking excited for X-Men to be in the MCU.
Ooh, here we go.
Are they finally gonna do X-Men right?
Are they even gonna release Dark Phoenix at this point?
They got it. I still see posters for it and everything. Sorry, I spit up.
I mean, I feel like I haven't really heard much about it. Like there was that last.
I don't know what's going on with the New Mutants.
Yeah, no one does. But there was that one trailer released, the most recent one for it. Mm-hmm. Not New Mutants, for Dark Phoenix. I'm just touching my hair. I got a haircut, so I'm just like touching my head constantly. Where I didn't watch it. I just watched it with the sound off, and it was kind of making me like, oh god. just watching it.
Yeah, you're just looking at it like, hey, jeez. That was one of those ones.
Jennifer Lawrence, like, just barely even trying in the makeup department anymore with it.
Yeah.
Mystique.
Well, she, like, barely did anything for the last one. You remember that? She was like barely. She
just got, like, a few things on her head, and then she's just blue.
For the last one, she was barely even blue.
Yeah, no, she was just herself for 90% of the film.
Oh, my God.
But she was still been like, no, you gotta be really proud about being a mutant. Then why aren't you showing us what you look like?
What?
No, but it's cool. Don't worry, it's cool to be a mutant. Guys, come on. It's good. I mean, like, I know I just look like Jennifer Lawrence right now, but
I'm sorry, I'm gonna close this blind. It's like the sun is like right in my face.
It's the God trying to stop us from talking bad about Jennifer Lawrence. Don't you say that about her. Just wear the makeup, and that's all I gotta say. I mean, now she's not.
They're gonna recast everybody. You guys had a good run,
kind of, for like one film, First Class. That's it.
And then you fired that director for some
Days of
reason.
Future Past was like.
I remember
it was like fun on the first pass, and then I watched it again. I was like, "This wasn't as good as I remember."
No, yeah, I remember. I was talking because we were talking about the X-Men movies, and Carl, one of the editors, was like, "He's like, man, I want to go see Days of Future Past, the one with time travel, because they said it was supposed to fix continuity. Now I'm more confused than ever."
Because I remember it like. It sort of did, and it showed everyone.
But then they changed it again.
But then they just changed it again. Like, wait, what?
Oh, my...
So, like, what happened? It was so weird.
I don't know what the timeline for those movies are. It makes no sense.
I just know that Nightcrawler X2 was really fun. I can't speak for the quality of the rest of that film because it's been so long since I've watched it.
Yeah, I just remember like fucking Nightcrawler was cool as shit.
Yeah,
that's all I need to know.
With how much I know about the comics now, I probably wouldn't like it anymore.
Yeah, because the comics sound so much better.
Because that was the first comic book movie that we ever watched.
Yeah,
and that's like the only kind of nostalgia that I'm going to have attached to it. X3 was terrible. I knew that even then.
No, yeah.
Just watching it, I was like, this is bad.
Fuck.
X-Men First Class happened. It was like, okay, I remember that being good. Mm-hmm. That was okay, right? Days of Future Past was good on the first time. Then it wasn't that great after that. Then what was it after that? Was it Apocalypse after that?
Yeah, I think so. That one was bad.
There was 2 great performances that entire film.
Yeah. Who was it?
James McAvoy and the guy who played Magneto. That's it. The guy who played Magneto.
Michael Fassbender, Aiden?
Michael Fassbender. Dylan, I'm in the moment right now. I got a lot of things spinning through my head. Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Best performance that whole film. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's too bad it was
everyone
not a
else
good film.
just like was like,
yeah.
person playing Phoenix. I'm not. I'm just dreading that fucking Dark Phoenix movie. It just looks so bad.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna see it
I've
either.
already decided I'm not gonna watch it. I'm like, I could do without X-Men until
you know what? I'm just gonna wait till they
until they like bring it back.
I'm gonna wait till they bring it back. I'm wondering what.
Oh yeah, and Logan was great. Logan's the best one.
What's supposed to come out?
And not because it was super violent.
Yeah.
If people like, that's not the reason to love it.
No, yeah. The whole emotional journey of that movie.
I know it's basically Children of Men, but it's still like a really good film.
What's the next Marvel movie? After we're just
after
all
Endgame?
over the place. I feel like we have no structure
after
right
Endgame. I don't know what it is.
Have they announced?
Because there's nothing else this year, at least.
Have they announced anything? Like
they haven't announced the timeline, not that I know of. They've announced that sequels to things are going to happen.
Yeah,
but they haven't said when or where they fall. Oh, we know Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That's what comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Spider-Verse was so good. I kind of killed my hype for it.
Yeah, you're like, I don't think you could do it.
Because I saw Homecoming and I was like, oh man, that was great. It's great to have Spider-Man back. And I saw Spider-Verse and I was like, dude, that was like one of the best comic book films I've ever seen. And then I see Far From Home. I'm like, I mean, Tom Holland's still hot, but other than that, I still like it. I still like his performance as Spider-Man, but there's things that they need to do better.
I was watching Patrick Willems' new thing. Did you see all 3?
Yeah.
Parts? So basically, it's him. Just for anyone who doesn't know, Patrick Willems. We should put a link.
I mean, if you're watching us, you have to know who Patrick Willems is.
We're putting a link anyways.
Yeah, it'll be in the description to his YouTube channel.
Just in case.
If you know about us and not him, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how many people, we don't know.
That's I don't know. It's mostly our friends who listen to this. I don't know how many people know about him.
You should watch his stuff. It's really cool. Anyways,
he's saying that to the audience, not me.
Yeah. So he just did a short series of 3 parts. It was basically him talking about the shortcomings of the MCU. Where does it fall short? Because, and I sort of feel the same way.
I sort of do. I don't think I'm as I don't want to say tired, but just kind of like I'm not in the exact same mindset as he is about it, but I do sort of feel what he's saying.
I feel like I'm kind of in the same spot where he is.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to start talking about exactly what he was saying?
I can't remember all of his specific points.
I mean, there was the whole music issue. That's one.
There was the music issue. There was the color issue. There was, the color issue so the music issue was the music's kind of bland, and
for most of it.
That does not include the movies where the songs are different properties.
Yeah. Pop music.
Yeah, that doesn't count because of course those are good because they're great.
Yeah. We're not talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Although they're normal, the soundtrack that's not the music that everyone knows.
Yeah, that was his one exception to all of the movies that he was talking about. That was the only one where it seems like there's some good character payoff.
It
feels like they actually grow.
Yeah.
And they make strong, bold, like, aesthetic choices.
Yeah. And, like, things that happen in other films matter for the next one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, with Captain America, like, as great as Winter Soldier was, like, it doesn't really change. It doesn't really ripple out side of that film.
Winter Soldier,
because they're just back the next thing.
I saw Winter Soldier like way after it came out.
Yeah,
I only saw it like this year.
Really? I thought you saw it when I saw it.
No.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I gotta say, it didn't blow me away. I saw it. I was like, I mean, it was okay.
I thought you saw it earlier.
No, I remember you had started it, and then I kind of got bored and I walked away.
Because I mean, it does feel like they're going for like a spy kind of thing.
But they didn't.
But I feel like they should have gone. Yeah, they should have really committed to it.
And I feel like
in the way where it's like he has to. It really feels like he's trying to make like these moral choices.
Yeah,
that aren't really there because like once
they kind of set him up, but then they're like, "Nah, actually, you're just
it's Hydra, man."
Yeah, like, oh, well, then there's no moral dilemma because I'm just fighting Nazis.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like I do want to see. I want to see Marvel feel like they can take those risks.
Yeah,
because I feel like they can.
It's getting to the point where they should.
They really should.
Otherwise, they're
gonna lose the audience if they're not doing something like.
Yeah, it might not be like even in the next few years, but like
I believe that Marvel, they're such a good source of entertainment. People love them so much that if they have one where they made like a really bold choice and they're like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You may not like it, but
it doesn't mean make Captain America a Hydra agent.
No, yeah, we're not talking about weird shit like that.
Like things that completely go against characters.
No, yeah. I'm talking like, maybe you kill a character off. Like, and you could do that with just the sense that, they're going to be, and he talked about this, just like when those people want to retire, are they going to recast them or like what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Are they going to do like a thing where someone else takes up the mantle?
I mean, they should. An event like what's going on right now in like Endgame is the perfect time to do something like that because then you'd be like, oh, it's the effects of what has happened.
I think
that has changed.
Someone important should die and stay dead,
like Tony Stark,
or Captain America.
Yeah. I think it should be the person who started it. I think it should be Iron Man.
It's definitely going to be one of them.
Yeah.
And that could be a thing that, unlike the comics, they're never coming back. Because maybe you don't ever want to have anyone else play that character.
Yeah.
That specific. You don't ever want anyone else to play Steve Rogers.
It would also be nice if in those kind of situations it would create scenarios where you can make wholly original characters.
No, yeah.
Kind of in the sense where Harley Quinn was created for the animated show.
I wish they
did that. But now she's
more.
A mainstay, and like you can't imagine the Batman mythos without her.
Yeah, I wish they did more of like, here's a brand new character. They're not from the comics. They're not from anything.
Yeah, they're not even like,
but they're
like outsourced versions of like different characters spliced together.
Yeah,
like they're a whole new thing.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they should get Brian Michael Bendis on it.
Yeah,
I think start making characters left and right for him. With Superman,
he's not going back to Marvel.
I'm just saying, but like someone like that.
Yeah,
because like I know when he got on Superman, he just started
making characters, and
which is good because I feel like Superman hasn't had like new characters added to him for a long time.
Yeah, he's just been like the same.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, there's that one character that, I haven't read it, but there's that one character that Kevin Smith made called Onomatopoeia.
That's kind of I want to see that.
And I've never seen him. He never comes back. And there's
I think he should be used.
And there's a lot of cool. I mean, they're bringing Arkham Knight, and apparently he's going to be totally different from the video game, obviously, because Jason Todd is like already a character in the comics.
Wait, hold on. So
Arkham Knight, he's going to be in the comics.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
I
mean, that was a really cool idea for. That was like kind of an original character for the game.
Yeah. And but he's gonna be like they're gonna like.
But then they kind of turned it around on you. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of didn't like that it was Jason Todd.
Yeah, me too. But
I was like, what's the difference between this and Red Hood?
Well, yeah, but then he just becomes Red Hood. Like,
yeah, so I was just like, what's the difference? He's still just Red Hood.
Yeah,
he just now has.
It was
ears.
just like their own way of telling that story, which was like I wish they did something else, but I'm fine with the fact that they did that.
Yeah.
But I am excited to see what they do with the Arkham Knight in the comic books because it's going to be someone totally different, and it's like,
I mean Arkham Knight.
Yeah, Arkham Knight.
You said Dark Knight.
Oh, sorry, Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
it's a totally new character.
Yeah, I want to see what happens. Maybe it should be Jim Gordon again.
Jim Gordon.
Maybe it'll be what's his face the asshole cop.
Maybe Amadeus Arkham. Oh my God, can you imagine? He's like this old man.
The power suit.
That's my guess. Okay, I'm making that official. That's my official guess of who it is.
He went over to Raish, and
because he was driven insane from working at Arkham Asylum.
So now he's the ultimate warden.
I'm just saying. It wouldn't be totally crazy to do that. I've just thought of this right now. I'm like, that could be.
I'm like thinking about it. It's like it's kind of doable. Maybe don't make him just an old man in a suit.
I can see it. And like most ideas, I'm thinking about it, and they could either really fuck it up or make it really cool.
Yeah. If it was someone if Scott Snyder was writing, I could see it being really cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like something he would do.
Who's writing it right now? Who's writing Detective Comics? Is it James Tynion?
Because I think Tom King does a few every now and again.
Is it James Tynion?
I don't know. I think it is someone who does work with Tom King a few times.
Yeah. God, what else should we talk about? Crisis.
Oh, yeah. That was weird. That was a weird issue.
I liked it.
I really liked it, but it made me sad. It made me sad because I was thinking about Rebirth the whole time while I was reading it. And I was like, God, fucking Wally, man. And did he just kill himself? Is that what happened?
It fucking looks like it. But who killed everyone else?
Did he go back so that his past self could kill his future self and then just keep repeating it over and over again?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Because they said that the dead body was 5 days...
5 days older than the rest of the dead body.
Yeah. So is that him just really not coping with...
What happened?
With what happened?
Maybe. Dude, I don't know. I'm like... see, that happened, and I was like, what?
What the fuck?
I'm like, what's going on?
That was great.
But who killed everyone else?
And it's just like...
Does he... Because he brings Poison Ivy back to life. Spoilers. Sorry.
It's weird. It's so weird.
I'm very excited just to see what he's going to do.
What? How many issues are there left?
I think it's...
like 2 or 3?
It's supposed to be 12 altogether, right?
We're on number 9 or 7?
I think we're on 7 right now.
Can't remember what number we're on.
But
God, there's still more then.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Is it the effects of Rebirth? Is it because he had this whole life and it's just gone?
Maybe. It's all gone. Your wife, your kids.
None of that exists.
Everyone, the way that you knew them, gone.
Yeah. You arrived to a team that you should have known and you don't know them.
And there was another version of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be weird.
I mean, even just the effects of the Speed Force and time travel and stuff.
That was so
on
weird.
its
That's
own.
what's so cool about this whole thing. It's like, I mean, this is one of those things where, like, you know, depending on the writer, they could do both. You can do both. You can have the fun stuff, and then like, you know, this thing exists.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, I mean, like, this is some fucked up stuff. You know, this stuff that they have to deal with isn't normal.
Yeah.
And what would that do, like, to you if that actually happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is nice because, I mean, I don't go looking for people who are like speaking out against it, being like, "This is fucking terrible." Tom King should just retire.
Have people been
kind of thing? But like, I haven't seen anyone doing that. But I know it seems like people are taking it a lot better than they did like Iron Man 3. Because Iron Man 3 dealt a lot with his PTSD.
Yeah.
Which is an aspect of that movie that I liked, and apparently a bunch of people hated that.
I really like that movie. I mean,
and it's too bad that didn't continue on.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the first times where it felt like something that had happened affected a character later on.
Yeah.
But then they didn't stick to it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, it actually has effects. He went kind of went off the deep end a little bit and just started making shit left and right, and he couldn't sleep, and like he started making like contingency plan after contingency plan kind of thing.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. I think I've only seen that movie in theaters. Now I'm thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty memorable even for...
Yeah, I remember a lot of scenes from it.
It's what's his face? Who did it? You know who made
Michael
that?
Ian... No, not Michael Ian Black. That's a comedian.
It is Shane Black.
Shane Black.
Shane Black. I like his films. I haven't seen Predators, though.
I don't want to see Predators.
I mean, The Predator.
The Predator, yeah. I don't want to see that movie.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Because I heard that, I was like, oh man, that's probably really good.
And then it sucked.
I don't know what happened. They had to bring autism into it. It was weird. It got like, what are you doing, Shane?
That's not how that works.
They are a higher form of human being. They're the next step in human evolution. Autism. Which isn't to say that me denying that is saying that there's something wrong with them.
It was just awkward.
It's just like a weird way of going about it. It was like, I'm sure there is a universe, there's a timeline where it like went well with how it was handled. But just from what I'm hearing, the way it was handled it was not handled well.
It just it just sounds like I don't know. It just sounds like they had like a
people who are autistic have superpowers, basically.
It sounds like they had like a not a very strong understanding of what
what it is,
autism, how people have to deal with it and stuff.
I mean, like, if we want to think of like,
and I don't.
For example, we just watched Free Solo.
Yeah.
The other day, and I mean, it was talked about in the film that it is at least on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Of autistic.
Yeah. That's one of those.
It's things. Something where he like, and like it's kind of known that it's a pattern with autistic people where they seem to hyper focus on one thing.
Yeah.
And they become really good at it. And he became really good at climbing. And for some reason, it was just like, no, everything else, it's just climbing.
That movie gave me the sweats.
The heebie-jeebies.
Jesus Christ. My hands were
I felt like I was climbing that mountain.
Yeah. I mean, because we've climbed rocks before and stuff like that.
I get up like 10 feet and I look down.
We've gotten a little higher than 10 feet, but like...
Yeah, no, but usually there's like a path. Like, not, I mean, like, just straight climbing up the face of something.
Yeah, I mean...
Like
it's never been that extreme.
Yeah. Because we've gone on hikes where you end up at like the top of a mountain and it's like, whoa, look at that.
Well, no, but
view.
like when
and you
like
stand on
when
like this shelf,
you know,
basically.
we climb around on like around the waterfalls and stuff, on like up the walls and stuff. I mean, there's not really...
Yeah, but it's not as perilous.
It's not as perilous, yes, correct. But it's still... It wouldn't be great if you fucked up.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
But, like...
You'd be tumbling.
I can't imagine...
Not be a good time. The fun would stop. You would ruin everyone's good time. You're like, shit. He's rolling. He's not even catching himself. I'm making this joke as if I was the one tumbling, so it's okay. I'm not like...
I am the one following.
Maybe if it was Steve, it would still be funny. I don't know. I'm sorry, Steve.
So, like... Yeah, I just feel like they didn't handle it very well. And I was like... you don't understand the subject.
Yeah.
And you really should have, like...
I mean, like, and at this point, like, I will admit, at this point, it's still mostly hearsay.
Well, because we haven't seen it?
Yeah, because I haven't seen it. Like, I can't...
I can't give you first
I can't fully confirm.
I feel like enough people
have
talked about it.
Yeah, but there are enough people talking about it. I mean, so... But, I mean, to, like, each their own. Maybe you feel like... Because, I mean, there was also an aspect of, like, Split. Where people really didn't like how that was being treated. And I like fully accept that and I get that. But there's also a sense where it's like it's done in like a very fantastical sense. Kind of like with Doom Patrol. With Crazy Jane.
I mean, even
Crazy Jane is done even more.
Yeah.
To an extent where it's like, okay, this is just... She just has... superpowers attached to different personalities.
Yeah. I mean, all that... I mean, that stuff always kind of makes me a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because I'm like...
yeah, you don't want to, like, depict them being, like weird.
Like...
Yeah.
It's just very... Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
It's shaky ground.
All we're saying is do your research.
Yeah, do your research.
If you're going to do it, do your research.
No, yeah. And I think, because I can understand having powers where they can switch, where they switch powers, and they also, every time they do that, they have a new personality. But I wouldn't, in the show, if I was writing it, I wouldn't say they have...
Now they're a girl.
I wouldn't say they have DID. I would not say that in the show.
You wouldn't just straight up be like, it's DID.
It's DID.
This is what it is.
And it's connected to their power. I would not say that at all.
Yeah, because that would just be a huge misconception. For the public, for people who don't know.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, that's what it's like. I mean, minus the superpowers, but...
No, yeah. And, yeah, it's just, like, needlessly spreading, like, misinformation.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there aren't people who are willing to do the due diligence of, like, actually looking that stuff up.
Yeah.
It could be a cool power, but just the fact that they were like, "Oh, it's DID," I was like,
yeah, and like a lot of the marketing like surrounded that. As well. I mean, like even when you watch the movie, like it wasn't. I guess it was like a fairly big.
It was not as bad as I was expecting, but still,
his best film in a long time, though. Apparently, Glass was disappointing, though. Damn. I was kind of excited for that. I haven't watched it, but I just...
Yeah.
People went, oh, damn it.
Like, yeah.
God. Oh, well.
What else did we read? You read anything else?
I read Shazam.
Shazam's
a lot of fun. They're mostly just exploring
Mr. Mind ever
the
come
different.
Back?
Not yet. I'm sure they're like building to something, but they just introduced that Black Adam knows what's going on with them because he discovered that they opened up the transportation to the different lands, the different magic lands.
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Oh, Billy Batson, blah, you don't know what you're doing." Like right at the end. Like, oh, Black Adam, there he is.
Dude, sorry, I took a huge mouthful of coffee. I had to like swallow it in sections.
It's a lot of fun though. It's not like too serious. Like it's kind of taking these really like high concept ideas and just be like, "Oh, just go with it, man." They're in this game world now, and like all the characters when they walk around, they have their profiles floating next to them the entire time.
Is he trying to make it like each issue is a standalone thing? No.
There's definitely like, I mean, maybe you could read it as its own thing, but it feels like it feels like he's like creating things that will be brought up in the future.
But it's not like Green Lantern.
It's not like Green Lantern. It's definitely not.
Have you been reading that? Because I haven't.
I read the fifth one. Yeah.
I think the sixth one come out.
No.
God, how many fucking things? I keep almost. Calling
It comes out monthly. It comes out monthly. So
yeah,
the fifth one came out at the beginning.
I didn't read the one with the red cover, and
you should read that one.
Was there
that
one
one's
after
good.
that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't read
it's
those
blue.
two.
It's got the blue cover.
Yeah.
The red one was cool because they introduced like this vampire queen who like feeds on planets or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things that I wasn't really worried about, like, reading them right away, because it's like it's like a one-off thing almost. I mean, there's like a through line. By the end you'll notice it, but like
I think the last two are the most connected feeling. Mm-hmm. Because the number 5 feels like it mostly picks up where the last one left off, sort of. Yeah. Because he's still with the vampire, and she's teaching him how to be a Black Star. Mm. That's like that, and then he gets the suit and stuff. That's it. That's all that's really happened. Yeah. Like he goes through all these trials and stuff. But it's weird. Still weird. I like the style because it's like an H.R. Geiger kind of art style.
Yeah, some of the ones with the I just remember the issue with where God, is that God quote unquote buys
the shepherd or something.
Yeah, and the close-ups of the guy who's like the dealer. He just looks so gross. I was like, whoa. But like in a good way,
Yeah. I read something else. I feel like I read something else, but I can't remember. I don't know.
I don't remember anything else I read. I didn't read anything else this week. I just read the Diaries for Hero.
Yeah, the Detective
Heroes in Crisis and Detective 1000, which I didn't even read the whole thing yet.
Yeah.
I got up to the Becky Cloonan one.
How far in is that one? Oh, wait.
I think that's right after the
Kelly Jones,
the Worst Henchman one.
I think I might have to reread that one. I can't quite remember it. I think I know what you're talking about. Actually, no, I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to reread it.
I got up to that one and I was like, I'm going to take a break.
It's long.
No, yeah, it's 98 pages or something, right?
I think it's 92. It's said on one of the covers. It doesn't say it on this one. I think it's 92 though.
God, I'm really tired. I stayed up way too fucking late. I
was watching YouTube when I went to bed. I was like sitting there when I was watching YouTube and I fell asleep and I woke up and it was like the phone was like still, because I went to my watch later list or something and I hit something that I had saved there and it just kept going through all this stuff after that. Because I don't know why, like I can't, like autoplay seems to just go for your like watch later list.
Really?
Like, it's just there's no way to stop that.
Dude, I was up until like 3 a.m. or something like that, and then we woke up at 7 because Jordan and John wanted to watch Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Before they had to leave for work.
Still a fun film.
And before we had to leave.
Watched it twice this weekend.
It's fun. It's a good time.
It's hilarious. I mean, it's like... I don't know if I've said it on this podcast yet, but it feels like an old sci-fi, like, what would you call it? Like,
it feels like, in the best way, like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah. Like, not completely, but like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people, our dad did not like it at all.
Yeah.
Thought it was garbage.
Garbage.
He doesn't like. He doesn't like things that are too silly. If it feels too much like a comic book, he doesn't like it.
I don't know about that. I mean,
well, because that's what he said about Pacific Rim. He said it feels too much like a comic book, and I was like, I don't know. That's why. Like when I watched it, I thought it felt like some kind of anime or something.
I still have not seen that all the way through.
Really? It's a fun film.
I've only seen it.
I don't want to see the second one.
I've only seen bits and pieces, and I have no drive to see that movie. So I just like.
I mean, it's kind of like it's like a lot of cheesy lines, but like there's great monster designs, and like really like weighted like action.
Yeah.
To it, and in the second one they just ripped all of that away. From what I've seen, I mean, it's great that John Boyega's in it. I'm sure he does a bang-up job, but the robots move like they don't weigh 2,000 like tons.
Yeah,
and the monster designs are very
bland,
samey and bland, and it all takes place like midday for some fucking reason. So you don't get like those great like
cool lights,
like neon colors and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a matter of fact that Guillermo del Toro knows what he's doing, and whoever directed the other one only kind of knows what he's doing. Like, there's like a master of his craft and someone who's like still working on it.
Yeah. God, I am still so nervous about the new Gods movie.
Oh, you see the scary stories to tell in the dark?
Yes.
Trailer?
The only thing that I do not like about that
is that they're all connected.
They look it looks like Goosebumps. It looks like a more scary version of Goosebumps.
Is it going to be rated R? Because it looks very grotesque for kids.
It does look very scary.
Because there's that one thing that's crawling around, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like that. This is not a kid's film. Like right when I saw that,
hard PG-13.
Like really pushing it. It's got to be pushing it if it's PG-13.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm like perched in my chair at the moment.
Owling.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is the fact that it looks like Goosebumps, the movie, where they read a book and everything in the book is real now. And I'm like,
is that how it works?
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. It's not as whimsical though.
It's definitely not as whimsical.
That is for sure.
But
because from what it sounded like, I was
hoping it was going to be an anthology thing. But.
Yeah, same here. But from what it sounded like if you read this witch's book, it would haunt you. Like the book would haunt you, but it would haunt you in a way that the book sees fit, kind of thing. That's what I took away from it. So it wasn't like.
I mean, they got a lot of classic...
This witch seemed to like writing short stories.
They got a lot of classic. You know, the designs look like the artwork.
Yeah. So that one from in the hallway with like the red artwork. With the red light. That one was creepy.
Yeah, and the scarecrow one.
Where's my toe?
I don't remember what the "Where's my toe" thing looked like. In the book, I don't remember if there's.
I like the one with the giant floating head.
Yeah,
I hope they have that one. Yeah, I remember that because I remember that one being kind of funny. I don't.
No, yeah.
I remember it wasn't very scary.
He just like taps him on the shoulder and asks him a question or something like that.
Yeah.
But the guy was like terrified and he was like trying to get away from it or something. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I could see like if you put it in like a film kind of format, it probably wouldn't be as funny anymore until like the last
very
line.
end when you realize it's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah.
God, those stories are weird. Those books I was reading it on Wikipedia. Apparently, like the majority of schools in the United States banned those books.
You kidding me? Scholastic Book Fair every time.
It was great.
It was there.
Dude, I sort of missed the Scholastic Book Fair. Like, I remember being a kid and being not really ever being super thrilled about it. And now when I think about it, I'm like, God, I want to.
That was actually pretty cool. Because you got to hang out with people afterwards and talk about what books they were getting. I never got a book because my parents never gave me money for the books.
Yeah.
So I just would see people and they would get like Captain Underpants or like the next Lemony Snicket book or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't allowed to read Captain Underpants at the time. And now I wish I had because it's fucking hilarious.
At least the movie was, yeah.
No, I read the comics too.
Oh,
I
really?
remember because when I went to go see it with my friend Kester, he was like, "Dude, we got to read these like right now," because like before we went to go see the movie, and we read like the first 3 books. They're hilarious, and they're very much like, especially I feel like it's especially funny if you know comic books. Because there's a lot of references from the comic books in the books. So it's just
I remember we just weren't allowed to read it because it like purposely didn't use proper English a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's like they would misspell things on purpose and stuff.
But it was supposed to be like for puns and stuff.
Yeah, and our mom like didn't want us.
Yeah, I think that's also why we weren't allowed to watch Rugrats.
Because
we weren't allowed to watch a lot of weird stuff, and a lot of it sins because our aunt would tell us
not.
So we'd tell our mom that it was something, there was something bad about it, and then our mom wouldn't. Our mom wouldn't check.
Like SpongeBob.
Like SpongeBob. We weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob until our dad was like, "I got the movie."
No. That's not what happened. Because we were at the video rental store with Grandpa.
Yeah. With Grandpa?
Yeah.
I thought our dad got it.
And like I saw it because I remember I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
That was I was like, what about
SpongeBob
this
thing we ever saw?
Yeah.
Was SpongeBob the movie.
Yeah. Basically the thing that ended the series, technically. Like, not literally, but technically it did. That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what about this one? And Grandpa was like, are you allowed to see that? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Totally.
It's just SpongeBob. Yeah. And they got it for us, and then we watched it.
I remember, but I also remember, like, Dad would show us, like, Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
And our mom didn't like us watching that.
That Ren and Stimpy was bizarre. I remember we were watching it with some friends, and we were laughing our asses off, and everyone else just weirded out.
Yeah,
they're like, no, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah, because we, like, grew up with Ren and Stimpy, and then we were trying to show it to our friends, and they're all like,
I'm uncomfortable.
God, I love Ren and Stimpy, but fuck John K.
Yeah. It's going to take some time before I can watch those again and like not just think pedophile. Like,
that guy's a creep.
God.
Fuck you, John K.
You gotta ruin things for me.
Damn you all to hell.
Man. What else is going on? There's other things going on. I was working on my thumbnails on the train.
Yeah.
That was a chore. The train's like...
Yeah, I saw you like when I woke up.
I got like 2 pages like thumbnailed out. Like, thank God it was only thumbnails.
Yeah.
So like it didn't really... I just needed the basic ideas down. I got like 2 pages. Like I had the third one, like the panels planned out.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Sometimes I get... Okay.
That and we were getting close to our destinations. And I was like, I don't want to get like too wrapped up in this.
Do you ever get this... Sometimes I kind of forget that thumbnails are supposed to be like...
You get too caught up in it? Yeah, no, because sometimes it's like, no, it doesn't look right. Like, oh, wait, no.
It doesn't have to.
I perfect it when I go into the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I did it because it had been a while since I had drawn them.
Yeah.
And I kept getting caught up on it. I was like, no, just draw it and like just don't worry about it.
Because like you can always something. I'm like, the foreshortening isn't right or whatever. I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It won't matter until I actually draw it.
Yeah, I can like make adjustments when I make the finished thing.
And like, when I was, what the hell am I saying? Like, you can always, like, go back and, like, oh, like, maybe I want to change the way the panels are oriented, or I want to change the way this panel is structured.
Yeah. I
just bumped the table.
My God.
I talk with my hands, so I, like, bump things a lot.
Smacking.
I was at a party, and I smacked a drink out of Maddie's hand by accident. And so yeah, you can change it, and like you just don't want to get too caught up on it. Because even like sometimes if the page is big enough, like I got this really tiny book to like force myself to just keep it simple.
Yeah.
But it also means that I can't like be like, oh, maybe this like next to it, like maybe instead of this kind of page, like this kind of page next to it. Which is kind of like, God damn, why did I get this tiny ass fucking book then?
Yeah, I just got an idea for, like a new, because I had these like, I have like 4 pages left, and I keep trying to figure out. I'm like, how am I gonna? I can figure out 2 pages, but I can't figure out like 2 after that.
Yeah.
And then the other day I was thinking about it in bed. And then I figured out what I want to do to have like an opening. Because originally the thing I wanted as the opening, I could have that still as like a thing for what I want to do. And I think it'll make sense. I'll try it without like, having to show specifically that this is indeed a flashback. So I think it would be interesting as like a cut in and just the reader could understand that this is a flashback because of what I want to happen. I don't want to... Okay. It's not really a spoiler. It's the beginning of the thing.
Okay.
Because I want the characters to get their powers from a meteor thing. And I knew what I wanted to have happened. Like, they were driving somewhere and the meteor hits their car, radiation gives them superpowers. Kind of cliche, but that's kind of like the
vibe.
The vibe I wanted it to have.
Yeah.
Not that cliche makes it sound bad, but you know what I mean. Like it's like a trope.
Yeah. But it's using it to service the
because basically the background of the character, it makes sense. It'll all make sense with like his background and like what he does, what he did before, and why that influences him becoming a superhero and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the type of superhero that he wants to be, like him and his wife want to be. And at first I was like, God, fuck. Like if I want to do this, like add on the thing of the meteorite. Do I like? God, I hate making up like filler dialogue. Like, what the hell are they going to be talking about?
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh shit, maybe I don't need to even do dialogue. I could just show it almost from the perspective of the meteorite. Just like some like 4 panels. Closer to the car, and then the second page is just white.
You know what you should do?
And then there's like the flashback thing.
Yeah. You know what you should do? You should do so like the thing hits the car, right? Mm-hmm. So it should just completely take out the husband. Like it just hits him completely and like takes him with it.
No, but I don't want it. I don't want it to be the thing I'm imagining. I'm not imagining a whole scenario.
Oh, really?
I'm not imagining. I'm just seeing the meteorite, and it gets closer and closer to the car, and then the next page is white.
Well,
and then there's the flashback.
I'm only saying like this because it would be because his powers is that he can't be hurt.
Yeah.
But hers is that she becomes super strong because of it.
Yeah.
So she would like lift it off of him, and it turns out that he's okay.
Yeah, but I want the reveal to be. I can't do that because I already have the reveal.
It would be too soon. It would be too soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing is that. No, yeah, it needs to be this way because, and I don't want to spoil too much of the thing for people, but like, you know, he wakes up in the hospital, right? Because originally he was hurt, but then all of a sudden he's fine. You know, basically.
Like he just quickly heals back, but then
he can never get hurt again.
He can never get hurt again.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted it to be him finding out, like, when he wakes up, that his wife has super strength. But he doesn't realize, like, he doesn't even remember what happened, you know, about the accident. He's just like, fuck, I don't know what the hell happened. Like, and he just knows that they're letting him out of the hospital. And then, like, other stuff happens. And then I want the reveal comes out at another point already. I already have that established. I just want the thing of, because originally I was going to have kind of news footage when he wakes up talking about a meteorite hitting him, and he's the one that hit. And I was like, maybe that's a little too ambiguous. Maybe I should have show the meteorite thing, you know, just really quickly, so that we get that it's them, you know. And then still have the flashback sequence, because the flashback sequence is really important. And it's only a page, but it's important to his character.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there was like a comedy character that I wanted to make. I've always thought of him for like a little bit, so like it's like I created him a while ago, kind of like just in my head.
Yeah.
I've never really been able to draw him out because I don't quite know. I know I want him to be like in like hospital gowns like all the time, or like in wraps constantly, because like his whole concept is that he always breaks out of a hospital and then like saves someone, but immediately after he saves someone, he has to be like horribly injured, so he gets sent back to the hospital. And at some point he springs back up and like goes nuts and like runs out and then saves someone else, and then gets hurt again.
Well, I need take a break.
Taking a break? What kind of break?
A bathroom break.
Oh, okay. Taking a bathroom break.
Taking a bathroom.
God, it'd be great if we had. What is it like?
A little elevator music.
Either like elevator music or like sponsors.
Yeah.
So while you're doing this, I can read them off. You want me to sell you anything? You want to hear your stuff sold on this show? I don't have an email for you to send anything to. I only have a personal one. I don't want to hand that one out. I should really make an email for this podcast, actually. That's a good idea. I should get on that. I don't know.
I'm back, baby.
All right. We're back.
We're going to edit that to make it sound like I just took the quickest bathroom break known to man.
That was like, I don't know how long that was. That was pretty long, though.
I'm sorry. I was sitting down.
There's someone, this podcast is called Comics Krackle, but someone posted something calling the things that Mitch Gerrits did for Mr. Miracle called the Gerrits Glitch.
Gerrits
and
Glitch.
It's kind of cool. It's a nice little title for it.
I
wasn't even thinking about
naming it.
Now
it's got a name.
Yeah. And it works. It works with it too
Gerrits
as well.
Glitch.
I mean, I don't really have too much else to talk about. Like, what were we talking about before?
I was just talking about like something I was going to do in my story.
Yeah, it seemed like you finished that thought, though.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know. I already said that I'm working on thumbnails.
Yeah. Our anthology thing, that's still a thing.
Yeah, it's still going. People are working on people are like finishing up.
Yeah,
things,
we got
and like
some people that still have school they gotta finish.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to, because I'm working on my thumbnails for this. I still got to start writing up the pitch. I get that pitch written up.
You can do it.
I just gotta like not worry about it.
Have you sent anything like Carl and Joe?
Not yet. I want to also send them like the submission links so they know what
Yeah.
it's supposed to look like. So
Yeah.
the car doesn't read it like, this is one picture. I'm like, what? This is what they want. Like,
Yeah.
like, because like even what he had taught me, it's like
A little different.
it's a little different.
Yeah. I mean, like
I think
everywhere-
his are for if you're slightly more established.
Yeah, every place wants like a different thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the fact that it's creator owned as well.
Yeah.
There's just a different process.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am really worried about the fact that I don't have any other kind of publications under my belt, though. So I'm
Does that help? Does it say
probably
that
not going to
helps?
get my first. Well, they say like if you have any, like if you have any other works that you've published.
Well, they said they don't give a shit about that, right? They're like, don't send us anything else. We just want to see this.
No,
That's
but
what they
like
say.
in your cover letter, because you need a
Okay.
cover letter, and you have to say like what else you have published, if any.
Yeah. Well, maybe that won't be a problem.
I know, like that means I need to be good enough.
Yeah, you know.
It's just adding just slight pressure to the situation, but
You know.
we'll see. So I'm working on that. Yeah. I gotta quickly edit this part out. We were really making it without any kind of pauses, and I was like, we're gonna make it a whole episode, but I don't have to cut anything.
Yeah, no, we almost did. And then I fucked it up. Remember that?
I had to use the bathroom.
You son of a bitch.
I don't know. Links to everything that
we do. Our whole
Patrick
thing.
H Willems or
Yeah, remember to do the Patrick H Willems thing?
then our links for our Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, not links, just the names, so you can like copy and paste them or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how to just straight up post a link into it, so like you can just click it and just go straight to it.
I'm not sure.
Because like I do the thing where like you highlight it and then you put it down. There's nothing that says like attach a link or anything, so I'm like, what? And I feel like that's usually because I know you can do that in like at least like Google Drive.
Yeah.
You can like attach a link to it, or like
If you highlight it, then
go to
right-click it.
link. Yeah, kind of thing.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know.
thanks for listening.
Yeah. This one was
Probably going to be a shorter episode.
yeah, slightly shorter.
That
but
was good.
it went pretty smooth. We talked about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what's coming up?
Oh.
What's coming out?
Yeah.
Oh man, we do this every time. We're
Dang
like,
it.
oh wait, really gotta get a board.
What is coming out? I don't
Let
even
me
know.
see. I'm gonna quickly pull up a website. Start talking. Don't go.
Aiden is pulling up the website. God, what is coming out?
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a new. Yeah, except what? New Dark Knight Who Laughs or whatever. Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah, I mean you've been keeping up. I haven't read a single issue of that.
You gotta. It's
I haven't
good.
even bought any of it. Bought any of it. Bought.
Am I able to write this week, or is this going to be last week still?
I don't know.
Well, I'm looking through it. No, it's this for last week. Okay, so next week.
Brr.
Oh, that Mara thing comes out.
Mara. Is that a comic or is it a book?
It's illustrated.
Okay.
Okay. New Action Comics. There's a new Super Sons, which I haven't been keeping up with.
Oh, that's still going?
Yeah.
What else, Aiden?
I'm looking. God. There's a new Deathstroke thing. Oh, Female Furies. Number 3 comes out. I haven't read any of those yet, though.
I wasn't crazy about the artwork inside.
Oh, really?
that.
Oh, New Justice League. Powers. Which is weird because I'm pretty sure Powers used to be published through Image or something, but now it's DC's doing it. Teen Titans graphic novel.
Teen Titans.
Show me. Oh, Green Lantern.
Green Lantern next week. Oh boy. Is that the last
Adam
one?
Strange. It's with Adam Strange.
Nice.
Is it the last one?
I can't remember how many issues they're supposed to have for this.
I feel like if it was 6 issues, it would have said 6-issue miniseries, but it hasn't. Oh, they're putting out League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Again?
Yeah. New Young Justice. I still gotta keep up with that. I feel like it's... and that's it so far. At least for DC. I'm not really keeping up with anything else, though, so...
I keep
only
wanting
4
to
in. I could try and catch up if I wanted to.
I keep wanting to get...
But I still have to catch up on Justice League. I still gotta... Before that slips out of control again.
I keep wanting to get those Alex Ross Marvels comics. You know?
Does he do the art? He doesn't do the art inside.
Yeah, it's the work he did for Marvels, which was like a collected thing.
Oh, okay, all right.
And then
It's just like an annotated thing, right?
Yeah, it's all annotated and stuff, which is kind of cool. I don't know, just...
I know they're like expensive. They're much more expensive than a normal comic.
Yeah, they're like $9.
I mean, they look hella nice, but I mean, I'm already spending so much on it.
Yeah.
On comics when I go there, and there's like so many things just from DC that I don't want to keep up with. I always see people with these giant stacks. I'm like, how do you just not hate yourself?
No, yeah, there's people
don't
that
you
buy
have
like
student loans to pay or something?
There are people that buy like everything on the shelf. Everything.
Man.
Which I don't get because it's like, do you like all that? Or are you just getting it just to have it? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
if you have
there
the
is
money
like
to
a
spend
slight obsession
you do it,
in it. I mean, at least someone's buying it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people would rather just get scans of it for free or something.
I like the physical stuff.
Yeah, I like physical things too. That's why I pay money. But there are people like, oh, just get it online for free.
Not the same.
I'm like, God, you're not doing anyone a service.
Oh, and the DC thing where they're putting all their their whole library on DC Universe.
Yeah, that should be cool. I mean, they got to get that on more platforms.
I can't wait till that comes out on the Xbox.
Next thing.
Fucking finally.
Because I'd like to be able to watch that like in my room or something.
Yeah. Or get a fucking Roku.
Yeah. Oh man.
They aren't that expensive, but like.
God. Oh, Shazam comes out this next weekend, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We're gonna see that, and then we can do a review of it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a nice little review of Shazam
next week.
Next Sunday.
Next time on the Comics Krackle.
Comics Krackle. To try to do like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of.
Yeah. I'm excited for that.
It's Sunday morning with Comics Krackle.
And then after that, we just gotta wait for Avengers.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's gonna be much further down the line.
I think we're done.
Yeah, but we're done now.
Okay.
All right, this has been nice.
This has been good.
It's been a good episode.
Thanks for listening. All the links still all gonna be down there.
Yeah. Sorry this is so long, Mom. Bye.
Goodbye.